Hey everybody, it's me, Jake, and it's been a while since I've played a game, at least for, the internet, but I'm going to be doing that today, and I'm going to be talking about this game that a friend really suggested I check out, and he didn't elaborate. He just said, you should play this game called Aeromachina on Steam. It's a Steam demo, and, he told me that I should really give this game a try. So, I'm doing that right now. I've played a little bit of this game already, but I'd like to tell you guys what I think about this game. So the first thing you see here is that the game wants you to use a controller to play because like a lot of early Japanese Steam games where they were just console ports, you know, in that case the developers probably hadn't written a PC game ever or since the days of the PC 98. So they were probably a little bit rusty, but they just made a console to PC port and those were dreadful. I mean, if you remember, you know what I'm talking about, but this wants you to use a controller because the mouse and keyboard support's incomplete. So, yeah, barely anything for controls, but at least we have Dark Side Phil accessibility options mode so that someone like Dark Side Phil can play the game just fine. Anyways, this is Aeromachina, and you can see it's got that really slick wireframe Y2K aesthetic, but unfortunately it's on the Godot engine. Now, why do I say unfortunately? Well, I'm going to show you why in a second. So, let's hit new game. And I've also got in another window on another monitor Task Manager. Now, this is, they've hit all the notes here for making a very optimized graphically and aesthetically retro looking game. We've got the Godot engine. We've got the Y2K aesthetic. We've got the neon green text like on a green screen CRT. We've even got the fake PS1 texture wobble filter that every Unity game has, and every Godot game has. But you realize that it's not really Y2K because they modeled the furry chick after the manager at McDonald's who brings you your order. Like you could just imagine this woman bringing you your Big Mac and fries with a big soda, and she's really fat because all she's been eating is McDonald's. And that's what this character design looks like. And it's very clear that all the character design points didn't go to the furries, but they went to the main robot character, who happens to be, I think, a mix of a robot and an anthroplane or something. And we've got this really slick-looking PS1 aesthetic, really good lighting. The polygons wobbling just like a PS1 game because they've got that filter effect in place. But here's the thing. After being given this big mission for a training level, you've got this game using 1.5 gigs of RAM and using 50% of my Intel Arc A750 GPU just to render this. Now, why is this a big deal? Well, because I actually decided, I was starting to think, maybe I should try running this game on my Dell Latitude 5510 with an Intel integrated GPU. I mean, it's good enough to run something like Black Ops 2 or Source Engine games or Doom 3 or Quake 4. I'm pretty sure you know how those games look. And then this fake PS1 game doesn't even hit 20 FPS on that. That's kind of hilarious and depressing. That all these fake retro games, they've got the wireframe, yo. They've got some sick wireframe effects. I mean, let me show you one. When you, move your character around and it clips through before the camera adjusts. Yeah, you can see that. You can see that right there, that wireframe effect. Bro, look at that. That wireframe, bro. I'm using the mouse so you can see it, but you see that sick wireframe? Yeah. They really went all out on that. But they didn't go all out on optimization, so this game on a 10th gen Intel CPU with integrated graphics runs horribly, even though it looks like a PS1 game, even though it looks like a game that should be able to run on a poverty Walmart laptop. Unfortunately, this game does not run on a poverty Walmart laptop. I'm not even trying to be crazy about this game or anything. I'm running it on hardware you'd expect somebody with a computer like this to run it on. And not for this video recording, by the way, but on that computer, it got only 20, 30 FPS. And that's the thing. if you're going to make a game look like this, you better optimize it. Like, not even to run on, like, old school vintage hardware or something. I'm talking making it run on something like an Intel GPU. You really have to make sure that it will run on something like that if you're going to make a game like this, in my opinion. I mean, maybe that's just the tech nerd part of me speaking, but I am dead serious. You just know that people are going to play the hit indie game on the worst hardware possible, and that's why stuff like Minecraft was a success. That's why stuff like Undertale or Five Nights at Freddy's were a success. You could play those on your low-end Walmart poverty laptop, and this game struggles to run on that, and that's kind of depressing if you ask me, because you just know that somebody's going to be playing this game on horrible Intel graphics. But enough of that. Let's pick up our Zen pouches, and let's get to the next part of the level. So, the other problem I've had with this game is that the tutorial level is very complicated for a tutorial level. I mean, you know, you've got Half-Life and its Hazard course, and that was designed to be kind of an easy level to get you through and learn the basic mechanics. That was very simple. It did the job. I'm only playing this very well because I've played this game, like, I've played this level a few times already, and it's kind of frustrating, to be honest. I mean, I'm not reading the notifications because I've already read them, but you can also only read them once, and then it kind of goes away. And it's not like if you move over to a certain part of the map, if you haven't read it before, you can read them. No. You have to basically read them once, and it doesn't log them in anything. You don't see, like, any logs of what messages you got. I really think this game should implement this. I mean, this is a demo, but I'd like if this game had, like, a log of what messages you previously read. So, like, for tutorials, you know what you're doing. I really think they need to add that. And as you can see, I'm already struggling with the tutorial level because it's a very complicated tutorial level. I mean, I do like the aesthetic of this game. I think it's got, like, sick, aside from the furry character models, it's got, like, you know, a sick, overlay display because, you know, to really give you the robot slash fighter jet plane aesthetic. So, they really went all out on that part, but they kind of forgot how to make a tutorial level that doesn't make you just play it over and over again. And the thing with a game is when you're starting it, like, the first part of it is something that you're supposed to really get the hang of things. I mean, that's why you get, like, mobile games. You know, cancerous mobile games taking the other extreme. They assume you're genuinely stupid, and they have, like, the tap here options. And then in this game, you know, it's kind of the opposite. It's a bit frustrating to play. I mean, I've been playing this game for like 20 minutes now, trying to get a good recording and all, and I'm still struggling with this. Because the platforming is kind of weird. You have to dash towards it, and then it'll grip. And you have to dash at, like, the right exact part, too. Or else it won't grip that well. And see? You have to dash and jump at the very pixel-perfect area. And this is the tutorial, by the way. This is not, like, some part, like, an hour in. This is the tutorial. And I'm kind of finding it a bit struggling. It double pushed on the controller too. I mean, maybe it's because I'm using a 360 controller with the weird bumpers, but still. I'm struggling right now because this game wants it to be pixel perfect. There we go. Finally, after a few minutes, we finally get the item, the key we need to get to the next part of the level. And so that's kind of what this game is. It's like a hack and slash sort of game. And mixed with a Metroidvania, mixed with an action-adventure game. I mean, it's really just an action-adventure game, but they have to use buzzwords like Metroidvania now. I mean, I played games like this when I was a kid. I think I played the Bionicle game for sure. I played many other, like, PS2 era games with gameplay just like this. And look, you touch it and you're dead. Gotta be pixel perfect with those jumps in the tutorial. I mean, this ain't the hazard course, buddy. This is an indie game. See, I like to play, like, I like how well stuff like Half-Life aged, or Deus Ex, that's got a really good tutorial level, too. You know, they were really good and to the point. You know, they weren't trying to be what, you know, just the final game early on. They were trying to be like a tutorial because they know you're playing the game for the first time. Why make it complicated? You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of the problem I have with this game, is that the gameplay design seems like it really needs to be baked in the oven for a bit. Especially, see, this is what I mean. And then you push up again, and it doesn't tell you what you were at. So let me just move up here again. Let me move back here. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about now with the options and telling you where the stuff is? Yeah, that's the problem, is this game doesn't have any sort of log to see previous messages like games like Deus Ex had, for example. I mean, that would be a really nice feature to have. But, I mean, they haven't even put the controls out. I mean, I don't know when this game's coming out. It doesn't have a release date. This is just a beta they did to gauge interest and get people to say, dude, that's chill. So, that's the thing I'm noticing about this game. That, and it's, at least when I was starting, it was very easy to backtrack. So, what else can I say about this game? It seems to be a very mid indie game. Like, this is a game that exists. It's somebody's passion project. And it runs really good if you have a nice GPU, which developers have. But once you start putting it onto, like, other GPUs, once you start really playing this game, the flaws of this game become very visible. So, like here, it'll say, I don't think you'll be able to get across it yet. So, it doesn't really tell you if you've been to a place or not, too, which can kind of be a little frustrating. But that's the thing with this game, is it just seems like it has a lot of gameplay design issues. That's kind of what I can say about this game. It's just, I'm not really sure what to think of this game. It's a game. It's a video game. It's a indie game that exists. And that's what I can say about this game. I don't know, I'm feeling like I want to play Black Ops 2 or some shit. It's kind of what I want to do, is play Black Ops 2. I mean, there's a bit of a... This is a bit weird. And those polygons seem to be moving a bit weird too. And we got our puzzles here. Like, I kind of wish there was an option to turn off the polygon wobble, unless it's something I don't know. This gameplay's kind of fun, though, to some degree, even though it's just me pushing the X button on my 360 controller over and over again. It feels like it was definitely made for a controller. I can see why they haven't done the keyboard and mouse. Can I turn off the polygon wobble? Oh, so vert snapping. Why did they just... I mean, that's kind of what I call it, was the polygon wobble. But I don't know why they had to call it a name like that. And then you finally get the gameplay mechanic that they were showing you in the trailer. So you push the Y button, and then you get one of the gameplay mechanics, the ability to, like, use wings. Because, you know, you gotta be an anthroplane or something, yeah. and it's kind of weird moving. Like that's what I'm noticing about this game and its mechanics. It doesn't really do a good job of trying to show you it, and then they put the tutorial on the side here. It's very weird. Like, some of these gameplay decisions just seem very archaic, if you know what I mean. I'm just not sure what to think of it. And the right bumper, it's not telling. And it tells you a little bit, but it has like these there. And then you're back here. And then you weren't pixel perfect enough, so I don't know what to say about this game. I just don't know what to say about it. It's very weird. You have to like use this button combo or something. It's like I have to push it at a very specific timing. In the tutorial level. I'm still in the tutorial level. This is a very frustrating tutorial. Then you got that to really let you know. You have a zoom button here. Pretty sure they want me to jump there. Let's find out. And you gotta slide through it. You gotta slide through there. Yep. Can't hit it. Gotta be pixel perfect. It's not something to climb on, it just makes you fall. Okay. And also, yep, gotta be pixel perfect, guys. And wow, look at that. See, this is the kind of problem I'm having with this game, is that the level design seems very frustrating, and we're just in the tutorial mission. I bet you when this game comes out, it's going to be one of those games where it's a pain to play. See, it looked like a thing, but it was just a wall. See, it looks like, from that angle, it looks like it's something to land on. Then you look closer, it's like, oh, it's like, I don't get what they're trying to do here. I know I'm sounding like Dark Side Phil, but, man, this is frustrating. This demo of a PS1 influenced game is very frustrating, and it's illustrating my problems I'm having with these types of indie games. So, I think I'm going to go play Black Ops 2 or 1.6 or something, because this is just tiring me out. So, all I can say is it's kind of mid. That's all. Very mid indie game so far. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. And, yeah, I think I'll stick with Blops 2.